It's an early start for pest control agents operating in the Marseille region. They've been called in to inspect the home of a young woman who contracted dengue fever while on a trip abroad.
Bonjour madame, service démoustication. Ça va?
It's now a race against time to prevent a chain of transmission. The viral infection doesn't spread from human to human, but through tiger mosquitoes, capable of carrying the virus.
If I get bitten and then my neighbors get bitten, they'll get infected.
Then there's a risk of transmission and an epidemic. We call them native cases, meaning the person didn't travel but got bitten here by a mosquito that bit someone who just got back from a trip abroad.
The hunt for adult mosquitoes and larvae can now begin. Agents must rule out their presence within a radius of 150 meters before they become a vector of the disease. Their white stripes make them easy to recognize.
There, on your trousers. It's a tiger mosquito. It's a vacuum for insects. When a mosquito lands on me or on the vegetation, we try to catch it. We can then identify the species.
A few meters away, they make another discovery.
Tout ce qui bouge là, c'est des larves de moustiques, ça.
Plant pots, vases, and other recipients containing water are the ideal breeding ground for tiger mosquitoes. Emptying them is a simple yet effective option to neutralize the tropical species. But the observation of a single individual is enough to trigger a fumigation operation. A few days later, a vehicle sprayed insecticide across the neighborhood. These images were taken during a similar intervention in 2023. Behind mesh curtains, scientists from the Institut Pasteur keep a collection of mosquitoes from samples across the country.
These are mosquitoes from Strasbourg.
Since it was first spotted on French soil in 2004, the Asian tiger mosquito has rapidly gained ground, colonizing all French regions. The tropical species also taking hold in 13 other European countries. As the climate warms, scientists say that many places are becoming more hospitable to mosquitoes.
The mosquito season will get longer, meaning you'll see mosquitoes from early spring to late autumn, with a peak in density during the summer. And that's when people travel the most.
Entire mosquito colonies are bred here in the name of science. In a highly secure lab, researchers deliberately infect healthy specimens with different viruses. This in the hope of understanding how their immune system could be reinforced.
If we find a way to manipulate the mosquito's immunity so that they can fend off the virus, then mosquitoes won't be able to transmit the virus.
The French institution is also making headway in the development of a new vaccine, a single shot against a large family of so-called flaviviruses, including dengue fever. Their work begins with one of the most powerful microscopes in the world.
This is the Titan cryo microscope. In this microscope, we don't have glass lenses, we have electromagnetic lenses. And this allow us to get the higher magnification of the object we are looking at.
Samples of dengue, Zika, and West Nile fever have been analyzed here, magnified up to 300,000 times, giving researchers a fine-grained look at how different viruses and antibodies interact.
So this is what we get from the microscope, the data that we collect from the microscope. Then we will end up with a reconstruction of the virus.
Scientists say the nature of these viruses has made it extremely difficult to develop a vaccine, generating the right immune response.
After an infection with dengue, for example, the body generates different types of antibodies. And only a subset of these antibodies are neutralizing, can really block the virus. Other antibodies are even deleterious. They can even enhance infection.
A badly designed vaccine could therefore prove to be more dangerous than the virus itself. To avoid that, researchers are drawing inspiration from a highly effective yellow fever shot. In the meantime, 2 dengue-specific vaccines are available, but offer just limited protection.